This is somewhat of a VR to Bob 942 in Harshman Hills, where they make candles or do little prepping things. And so what I got are 2 glass jars and one of my jars of bacon grease over the years. And I'm going to make a candle, or make candles out of them. But these are pretty much proof of concepts to where not necessarily if they work, but how to make them. So I've got a jar here, and what I did was I bought a wick set kit. Instead of pre-made wicks that are like only 6 or 8 inches, I got a whole spool of cotton wick material, and these are little end pieces that go on the bottom. So I don't know how important these are. I don't know if you have to have these, but I put one. And the way I'm gonna make one is I'm gonna put this in here and then scoop the bacon grease into there and trying to keep it centered. And then the second, well, I'll do it with this one just as a proof of concept. And then for this one, I'm gonna scoop the bacon grease in there and then just make a little hole in the center with a chopstick and drop it in there. And I think Born Randy, he made something like this where you just stick it in there, and I think he had wax, I don't remember. And I just tied a little knot instead of putting one of these little end pieces in there. Just tied a little knot. I'm going to shove it down the middle. See how that works. And whichever one works best, I'll make a candle out of the big jar and go from there. Alright, so first things first, the little jar here. This might be a little too thin. Let me get some other bacon grease and I'll try it with that. Okay, I got my other jar of bacon grease, and it's definitely more solid, but it is still a little runny. And you can see the little crispy bacon pieces in there. And I'm doing this live, so you see the struggles I have. See how easy or hard it is. And then I guess I'll just fill it up. It might be easier just to fill it up first and then push it in. It's only, I don't know. I've already started. Let's keep going. And I'm sure as we light this candle, it's gonna smell like bacon. I hope so. That's the hope. That's the dream. Get you in frame there. There we go. And try to get that in the center. I guess it is. You do want that little plate down at the bottom to keep it centered. I don't even know where it's at. There we go. Alright. I hope it's on the bottom. Feels like it's on the bottom. Yep. Alright. Cut the wick here. Let's see if she works. And I recommend if you want to prep, get a 5-pack of these. Get a few 5-packs of these, because I bought this probably over a couple of years ago. Get rid of this thing. Here we go. Alright, light her up. Hey, look at there. We have light. Yeah, so that works. There you go, bacon grease and a wick kit from Amazon. I think I paid less than $10. I'll put the description link below. But yeah, good emergency lighting. I won't see how long it burns in this video, but I'll do it out in my garage and I'll time it and see how long it burns. Just this little bit of bacon grease. Okay, next let's fill this jar up while that thing is burning. And it might help if you had a little more salt. You know what? If I refrigerate this, yeah. So let's do that. Let's fill this and then refrigerate it so where it's kind of more solid. So first of all, save your bacon grease, folks. Bacon grease is energy. I saw this video where this guy was talking about the obesity rate in the US going up, and it did not correlate, the increase did not correlate with an increase in consumption calories, and it also didn't correlate with fat, consuming more fat or more sugar, but the increase did correlate with an increase in the use of vegetable oil. I don't know if it was real, it was on the internet, so take it for a grain of salt, right? Okay, so let me refrigerate this, and I'll come back and try to scoop out the hole with a chopstick in the middle and see if it's easier to get the wick down the middle. Okay, it's been a few days, but I left this in the fridge. The bacon grease is nice and firm, so I'm just gonna poke a hole in it. There. And just a little thing in the middle. Just kind of drive it down there. It's down there. And I'm sure as the wick burns down, it'll fall down a little bit more. And I'm just gonna snip it and get the wick nice and greasy. Alright, I don't know if it's gonna burn being cold, but we'll see. Alright, moment of the truth. Hey, look at there. She's a-working. And this is the one that's been sitting out. There we go. Got you some emergency lighting. It's been about 21 minutes and things are still going strong. The little jar is a little brighter than the big jar. Looks like the wick is kind of curled over a little bit, but it is a viable method. So that's what you can do with your bacon grease and save the little glass jars. Because if you have a big glass jar, you know, it's going to soot up and it won't give you as much light, whereas the little jars will give you more light as it burns down, because there's not as much, I don't know, not as much glass to soot up. But yeah, I've got some short squat jars like the salsa jars. Yeah. Well, it's been a little bit over an hour, and they died. The wicks kind of fell over because the fat got wet, got warm, and became liquefied. But yeah, you can kind of revive them. So maybe if I do maybe a stiffer wick, yeah, they'll revive. Level's gone down, so they are definitely usable, but just have to kind of monitor them, make sure the wicks don't fall over. So bacon grease candles, yeah, give them a little cowbell. Give it a try.